on someone immediately. How come I was never in the middle part? Abandoned mansion, 10,000 delights, portal, portal down, portal up. Disgusting, man. Absolutely disgusting, man.
Onwards.
I mean, it looks beautiful, okay, but it's disgusting to navigate. Any thoughts on the game so far? Is it better than Kingmaker? I already said it like 50 times already. It's not a question if it's better than Kingmaker. It's the question, is it top 5 ever created? That's the real question. I wanna see what is this. A melodious voice that seems to be coming from the stone pillars all around you. Greetings, esteemed guest. You're here to seek hospitality of the illustrious Lady Valexia. Are you here on other business? The entrance to this manor greets you politely. It is far more gracious than the impudent, foul-mouthed door at the 10,000 delights. What are you? I'm both the gate and the gatekeeper. My responsibilities include greeting guests, asserting the purpose of their visit, and deciding whether to allow them to enter to the manor. Who the fuck complained about Kingmaker being in 2D? It was only 2D for gameplay. It was full 3D, by the way. Isometric. You just couldn't rotate the camera, but it was 3D. And why would anyone complain about that? That's how CRPGs are made. I mean, I don't mind with rotating camera, you know. But I kinda like classic style with 2D. Is the Kingmaker also among the top 5 games ever created? It's not. It's not. It's in top 100. I would put it in top 100. Now, could it be in top 5 CRPGs? Maybe. Maybe. For CRPG, yeah, in top 5. For all games ever created, it's in top 100. While Wrath of the Righteous is in top 5 for everything ever created. Yeah, you can misclick a lot till you get used to it, but I'm used to those isometric 3D games. Whose manor is this? A rapture of rapture, and it belongs to incomparable Lady Valexia. She is the shining star of Alushinira and its most glorious resident. After the magnificent Lady Nocticola, of course, who created you. Lady Valexia enchanted me herself and personally entrusted me with my responsibilities. She possesses a wide range of impressive talents. I'm just a humble testament to her skill, and cannot compare to the true masterpiece she creates with her abilities. Can I come in? If you seek patronage of the illustrious Lady Valexia, I will not stand in your way. If you're here by invitation, esteemed guest, or have brought a gift for the lady, you will also be allowed entrance to the rapture of a rapture of rapture. So anyone can just walk in. Lady Valexia has nothing to fear. Those who are foolish enough to try to harm her in their own house are quick to realize their mistake. I have to go. Valexia will wait a bit, you know. She needs to wait a bit. Oh, this shit rotates, man, up and down, up and down. Dear son of a god. They did it well. You just can't complain about this. They really did it well. They just need to optimize the game, nothing else. What are you guarding? What is this? Where does this shit lead to? It's the Mephit Slayer himself. I wanna go through. Go in them, turn out a gutter snipe, you look to be respectable. Let's go to the middle city. This goes down. The rooftops. Into the slums. What do you mean into the slums? What the fuck are slums? This portal is? What for? It just says portal. It's the empty thing I was keep wondering about what it is. I can't, I need to rest. I want to explore, but I need to rest. I just can't. Where is the fucking... There you are. Down.
Island, you follow.
Back. I don't know, I think I've never been to slums. Don't even know what it is. Malicious Penguin, thanks for the follow. The Herald senses the commander's companion required commander. Arushali. Arushali now. What do you want? I'm telling you, this Act 4 is the game on its own. On its own. A scented letter. The short letter is written in ornate gold. My darling venomous butterfly, welcome back home to your cozy little town. Would you like to visit an old friend? I can't wait for a reunion. Always yours, D. The one who sent me this letter, I hope I will never hear from him again, but it was inevitable. He found out that I was in a city, of course he did, and now that's not helped me. The thought of seeing him again terrifies me. But this is simply part of my journey, isn't it? I can't just run away from the sins of my past. I have to at least try and make amends, and if I can't, then I must ask for forgiveness. Who's the Mulch? Do you remember the shadow from my nightmares? That's him. I used to consider him my crowning achievement, but now I'm ashamed to remember him at all. He was an Azata once, a true hero, a knight and a poet, a defender of the weak, the pride of Elysium, and I corrupted him. I made him fall in love with me. I broke his heart and made him commit foul crimes I cannot even describe. And when he became indistinguishable from a demon, I left him in the abyss. And now he wants to see me again. I'm frightened and ashamed. Venomous butterfly. Heard those words before in your dream. That is what my nightmare calls me. My most horrific disgrace. There was a time when that name suited me perfectly. I poisoned so many souls, I ruined so many beautiful creatures, both mortal and not. Almost all of them are dead now, but this nightmare of mine is still alive, and that means there may still be hope of saving them. Are you gonna accept the invitation? I don't want to. You have no idea how afraid I am. What will I say? How will I look him in the eye after everything I've done to him? But I feel I must do this. I must see him. I must tell him that a fall like his is not a death sentence, that there is a way back. And if he won't listen to me, I'll simply ask for his forgiveness. So what do you want from me? Please, let's go there together. I must see him again face to face. I must try to save him from the abyss. I doubt it's possible. I know how much I've corrupted him. But I must try nevertheless. I can't do it on my own. The succubus sobs and buries her face in her hands. What do you mean the quest is done? How is it done? Did you bug out? I just asked. I didn't refuse, I asked. You really think New York is a slum? Frankly, I believe that every city above 1 million people is a slum. Not only New York. I've been in a lot of big cities, they're all the same. Each and every one. What can I do to help? Let's go there together. I must see him again face to face, but I must try, and yet I can't do it on my own. The succubus subs. Conversation, the errand is complete. What can you tell me about this Dimbalcho? A poet and a knight, a brave servant of Desna and a kind defender of the weak. I broke him, seduced him, sent him away, beckoned him back with false hope of reunion. Made him do things I'm too ashamed to recall now. I left him somewhere on the road to Alushinira, thinking that we was gonna die in the nearest ditch, yet somehow survived. And now this wretched creature has spent so many years in the abyss that I'm not sure if there's anything still left of the person I knew. Great.
Move out.
Let's resolve Len and Venduag. Let's resolve that shit first, one by one. Now, should I take Venduag? If I take Venduag, Len kills her. It's simple as that. If I don't take her, I don't know what's gonna happen with Venduag.
Head on.
I don't know what's smart. And out of all companions, only Venduag doesn't have a personal story. Or she does if you play as evil. Because I haven't seen any personal story with Venduag. Whatever. I don't know if I should take her, to be honest. She's gonna turn against me. The fight is gonna be even harder than it's supposed to be. And Len is gonna end up killing her. We already know what's gonna happen. So what on earth am I supposed to do? I'm gonna leave her behind. Although I'll get more XP if she dies. I'll start receiving more. Fuck if I know. If I take her, she's dead. There's also a Grave Wars quest. I'll take Grave War. Maybe there will be another conversation with Venduag. We've seen what happens with Venduag in Alushinira. Maybe there's gonna be another encounter in Dresden. You never know. I just don't know what to do. Never seen so many choices in a simple act. Way too many choices.
We will win this war.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Battles await.
I should have taken Nenio. Fuck my life. Quickly. Nenio instead of Diran. Cast those buffs, go back, get Diran. It's bloody hard playing without haste, you know. It's definitely in the top 5 spells in a game. By importance. Way too good. Haste. I'm speaking about haste. It's just way too good. And it's extremely hard to play without it.
Are we ready to move out?
There are few, you know. There's haste. There's good fate. Good fate is an absolute. Bless as a level 1 spell is still valuable, even in late game. The I had to pick 5, it's... If I have to pick 5, it would be... Bless, Haste, Stone Skin, Communal, of course. Through Seeing, Communal. It's extremely important. Through Seeing, you can't win shit without it. But I don't know what I would put on 5. Heroism, definitely Heroism. Those 5 would be like the best on everyone. Protection from alignment, protection from element, and those utility defensive and offensive spells are not useful always, okay? But the 5 I said apply for all types of enemies, like for absolutely everything in the game, and they're a must. Mass heal later on is just straight up broken, and that would be it. Dex or strength, it depends on your feats, but there should be dex, flat dex. If you go against elementals, yeah. But as far as I can tell, you'll mostly need resistance against fire. How will the conversation be without Banduak? I think we found Savamelek's lair. Let's finish this.
Quiet steps, weapons ready. Head on. All this waiting bores me. Apporare sentes. Unimosi travisi.
Together.
Inimosi tradisi. Ona adayana, ona adayana. Inimosi tradisi. Amaranda gra.
Let's move already.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Ready to serve.
I welcome your company. Rules are made to be broken.
Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana.
Let's see if Venduag appears. By the way. Venduag appears, no matter what.
Yet another
You'll make
obstacle.
a fine trophy.
Venduag, I really tried to save you, but you're just a crazy bitch. And I don't know what's wrong with you. You are just a crazy bitch. God damn it, Venduag.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. You won't survive me.
Land versus Venduag. Venduag versus Bismuth.
Simply business.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Defend Diran. Defend Diran, I said.
I will resist. Prepare yourself.
I'm done with you.
Leave Diran to get fucked.
Make
Leave
every
Diran
stroke
to get
count.
fucked.
The light, take you.
That's smart. Leave him to get fucked. Good job.
No mercy for the wicked.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Make your peace.
Assist me at once.
Venduag is still alive. Shooting with my own weapons at me. Venduag.
I will resist.
You won't survive me.
Prepare
You
yourself.
didn't want to lose. Endure this.
Why you all shoot at Diran? What the fuck?
Desna, guide my
Make every
hand.
strike count.
It depends. You need special feats, you need specific weapons. For two-handers if you want them to scale with dex.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
I will resist. Prepare yourself.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. You won't survive me.
The Inheritor, guide my
Endure
blade!
this.
Desna, guide my hand.
Simply business.
Well, this is inglorious.
God damn it, I want Diran and that's it.
Weapons ready.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Disappear.
Done with you! The light take you!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I will resist.
course, Vendua. Roach.
Prepare yourself. Desna, guide my hand.
You won't survive me.
The light, take you!
Make your peace.
It's a trivial fight, but there's just way too many.
Simply business. It's your time to cease to resist.
Out of my sight!
Into the fray!
I will resist.
I think Roach is fighting for them, not for Vendua. That's a bug.
You're in my way. Endure this! Performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Vendua. We already went through all of this. All the gear I placed on Vendua is mine. What can you do? That's it. Roach remains over here. No one's horse. I leave the horse in the abyss.
Can't hide from me.
Okay, that traps.
Move out.
I mean, I'm glad Venduag is dead. She was annoying me way too much.
This was simple enough.
Fatal Mark. The owner of the square can use it to shoot 30 units of ammunition every day. On hit, this ammunition marks its target and creates an invisible bond among them. When the wielder hits a marked enemy, all other marked enemies suffer 2d6 damage. Wait, you wanna say I shoot like from 5 enemies, I put an arrow into each one, and then I pick one to wreck him, and everyone else around him will receive 2d6 on every hit? All marked enemies. How fucking stupid broken is that thing? I mean, I'll give it a shot, I'll try immediately, but that's bloody broken. That's a nice reward, for example, that one. Worth it.
Call me again if you need to.
Where did you spot a trap one? Where did you spot a trap, man? Oh. How did you trigger the trap? What the fuck? I didn't click on the chest. Have you tried to revive Wendu against a lich? It doesn't work, eh?
This was simple enough.
Yep, wait, through level 16. By tomorrow I should be level 70. You know what's funny with the game? I believe there should be lesser amount of items, lesser amount of money. Way much less. It should be balanced like in Kenabres, for example. Kenabres was perfectly balanced, okay? You pick what you wanna do, whether you wanna buy a belt or you wanna buy 5 or 6 scrolls. And you're non-stop on the edge of what you wanna do, alright? Balancing in Kenabres is absolutely amazing. Amazing. Here, you have a feeling like you can buy it all. You can sell it all. You can earn a lot of money. Itemization loses purpose completely in a Lushinira. You know. It's like they just decided, let's give them money from Act 4 and onwards, okay? And let them suffer before that. Right? You receive a bit more money when you out of Kenabres, and it's still solid, okay? There is a challenge, because you lack money. It's like you want to invest into Kingdom, or you into Army, or you want to invest into items. Again, you make a choice. In a Lushinira, you don't make a choice. You just receive tons of money, and you buy most OP items. Less items, less money, less good items, and force players to play with scrolls. Like in Kenabres, that's how you keep the balance up. it's not only that money loses meaning, items too, you know. I was waiting for hours and hours and hours to equip everyone with a simple stupid belt of +2. The moment I stepped into the abyss, everyone has +6 belts. Come on. Alright, we did Lance quest, now we do Grey War. If I can remember where Grey War's quest was. I mean, now even checking the items, let me see if I got something good or not. Nope. Nope.
I will defend my dream.
Mythic Vroka session. And the Shadow Dance. Will this game let me pass for once without setups and ambushes? Come on. I didn't kill Vendua, Glenn killed Vendua. And it is unavoidable, you can't stop it. It just happens. Nothing you can do about it.
We will win this war.
Smile. The world's not ending just.
Morane Sendes.
I'm losing my temper.
They should speed this fucking sword up, okay? Bam! Come on, 2 seconds and spawn. What is this shit? 10 seconds for Sword of Heaven.
Missed me already. Oh, the waiting's never fun.
A bright future awaits us.
None shall escape! Die!
Mythic Brock. Great! Level 52. Great. Great. Bismuth is bugged. Completely bugged.
Simply business.
Processes. There is no way out of this, by the way, if I don't win it.
Did you see that?
Mirror images, stuns. Jesus Christ, 200 crit from Arushali. Greybor 103, and with those shitty weapons. Imagine with +5, he's with +3. I still didn't switch items on Greybor.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I will resist.
10,000 XP for the Shadow Wing. No, for the Mythic Brack. Mythic Brack assess.
Prepare yourself.
I stunned.
Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
What level is the Shadow Wing? 19.
Killing is what I was made for.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
And you don't leave a thing, do you? Just experience. Alright, I didn't use way too much. I think I can still do Greybor's quest without resting. Once I'm done with Greybor, I need to switch for Ember and speak with Noticola. And there is also a talk here with I forgot her name. Another of those demon lords. Velexia. I seek Lady Valexia's patronage. I would like to enter. Welcome to Rapture of Rupture, esteemed sir. Lady Valexia will be notified where I will right away. Do you know, when I started the stream today, I'm even before of those disconnects from Twitch and so on, I said I'm going to resolve Graber's quest. 4 AM in the morning, I'm still resolving Graber's quest. I just can't reach it. Always something pops up on the way. Galaxy. Terrain type is unknown. They really did it well. They really did it well. Who would have guessed this is hell, man?
Move out.
Greedy land.
Head on.
The demon that comes to greet you has blonde hair and is wearing a modest but elegant dress. She seems surprisingly friendly. Her soft voice and impeccable manners seem out of place in a city where extreme passions and boundless indulgence prevail over temperance and moderation. You guest arrived. How exciting, a mortal from Golarion, if my eyes do not deceive me. What brings you to my manor? This is all very intriguing. Alexia. We have clashed in battle many times. Her claws were always stained with the blood of those she killed on the battlefield. Now she looks different. I'm certain her true nature remains unchanged. But she's still violent and dangerous. You must be in her guard, champion. Sweetheart, you should have told me you were coming. I would have organized a reception to celebrate your return. I must confess, I rather miss having you around. All is forgiven. Hope that I can count on you among my regular guests once more. Thank you for your hospitality, Alexia. I doubt you will find me very interesting. Things have changed in my last visit. I'm a different person now. I have to warn you. Alexia is more dangerous than she looks. She knows how to be amicable, but it's only a pretense. Her friendly demeanor is as fake as everything else in this city. If you look behind the mask, you will see someone who is old, cruel, and utterly insane. Someone who adores random acts of senseless violence. Trust me, I used to know her in my past life. I'd like to get to know you better. I'm flattered by your attention and I find your personality intriguing. You know, I take great interest in promising young talent, and I tend to offer my patronage to gifted artists. Unfortunately, many of them turned out to be frauds, unable to keep me entertained for more than a few seconds. And what happens to those who fail to interest you? Alexia looks at you uncomprehendingly for several moments, then bursts into a peal of musical laughter. So you heard those ridiculous rumors. Don't pay any attention to them. They're all so boring. Whoever invented them has no imagination. I heard rumors that I killed them, that I keep them in my dungeons, and even just imagined that I raped them until they drop dead of exhaustion. It's all an extraordinary load of rubbish. I haven't done anything like that for at least a couple of millennia. An acquaintance of mine once mentioned that you used to fly naked over Alushinira. They said you wreaked havoc and terrorized the city in every way imaginable. That's preposterous. Those are just ridiculous rumors and exaggerated stories. Of course, when I was younger, I may have allowed myself to be a little too exuberant. But still, what a blatant lie. Flying naked, such outrageous nonsense. The demon tries to pretend she's outraged, but a sly, self-satisfied smile plays about her lips. Do you know a demon named Vilodus? Indeed, though I wish I hadn't. The pompous Dullard never stops boasting about his position as our Lady in Shadow main arcanist. And perhaps his magic really is that impressive. But unfortunately the same cannot be said of his character. He is a coward and a boor. He may be tenacious, but he certainly lacks any cunning. I heard that he recently hired some assassins and sent them after Darazan's head. But he wasn't smart enough to hire professionals. Not only did they fail, they also revealed the name of their client, and now everyone knows who ordered the hit job. Such sad mediocrity. Please choose your words more carefully. I can assure you that if I were free to deal with Darazan on my own terms, he would not have survived. And I certainly would have not chosen to attack him with that pathetic toothpick of a weapon I was given. You're not like the other demons, why is that? Time. It's a simple answer, but true. I know a lady is never supposed to reveal her age, but suffices to say that I'm far older than this city, and can recall the circumstances in which it was founded. During the ages that have passed, I have time to play various roles. Perhaps if the gods of Golarion are generous and bless you with longevity, we will meet again. But if that doesn't happen, say 1,000 years from now, I will be completely different. As time passes, I grow bored with each new version of myself, and since boredom is my sworn enemy, I have to reinvent myself to escape its grasp. What made you interested in me? You're so modest. You're a Golarion warrior, and you are responsible for securing several major victories in the Whirlwind. You had the courage to descend into the abyss, and now you've chosen to pay me a visit. Moreover, you're not here to wave a sword in my face, but to have a nice conversation. Now be honest, if you were me, wouldn't you be intrigued? You're very powerful, aren't you? It is true that my name carries a certain degree of prestige here in Lushinira. My advice, based on millennia of experience, can be truly valuable, and my adventurous life has allowed me to acquire extensive connections, as well as an impressive collection of powerful curiosities. Now really just listen to me talking your ear off like a market seller. The demon laughs at herself good naturally. Are you skilled in the magic of enchantment? Yes, that's one of my many talents. A life that spans thousands of years can be a challenge for even the most lively and curious of minds. I'm always looking for something new and exciting to do, so I have studied many strange subjects. I take particular interest in anything bizarre or unusual. Why do you like to support young talent? She gives you a charming smile. I could have told you that I am driven by pure altruism and the desire to perform good deeds, and you would have taught me the kindest and most noble of demons. But the truth is, I am easily bored, and by attracting the young and the gifted, I can discover something new every day. They keep me entertained, and to be honest, they add to my prestige. I like making new friends, and with my help, those friends can become very influential indeed. I am the commander of the Crusaders of Golarion and a famous warrior known for my amazing powers. I seek the honor of your attention and the pleasure of your estimable company. Alexia answers politely but without much enthusiasm. Known for your amazing powers, here in the Abyss you will need more than power and influence to impress others. Your special abilities will hardly give you the same status as they did on your homeworld. The demons will not see you as worthy of glory and respect until you demonstrate what makes you unique. However, you managed to pique my interest, and I would be glad to make your acquaintance. There is no need to bother with titles. You can simply call me Alexia, and you are. Don't put your trust in her words. Champion. Alexia's temper is like the wind that blows across Ishiar. It changes constantly and bodes poorly for us no matter what direction it turns. You must watch her as vigilantly as a skilled sailor watches the horizon. My name will remain a secret. You would prefer to remain incognito, a mystery knight. Isn't that what you'll be called on Golarion? How absolutely charming. Well, my mysterious new friend, I have a proposal for you. Let's pick a place that's nice and romantic and go on an innocent little date together. It will be a chance for us to get to know one another. How about the Battle Bless? It offers simple, spirited entertainment. It will be a good place for us to talk undisturbed. No one will notice us because they'll be too busy watching the fights in the pit. We can have a nice conversation and learn more about one another. I'll be waiting for you at the arena. I hope you'll accept my invitation. I will be very disappointed if you deny me the pleasure of your company. Who does she think we are? A circus troupe hired to entertain guests at the ball. Bowl. The effrontery. Call me old-fashioned, but I rather think we should go back to the traditional kill-on-sight method of dealing with demons. Who are you? Everyone talks about you. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Lady Valexia, but it's common for others to add a few epithets before my name, often something like magnificent or illustrious. I hold considerable influence in the upper city. You could even call it my little queendom. I'm the foremost member of the city's elite, and all aristocrats of Alushinera acknowledge me as their de facto leader. You might be under the misconception that the city is ruled by Shamira, but Shamira is nothing more than a glorified cleaner, entrusted with the responsibility of tending to the latrines. I, on the other hand, hold sway over the most powerful and influential demons in the city. You see, my dear friend Nocticula allows me to lead with ability because I look out for her interests. She knows that I'm loyal. Unlike most demons, I do not aspire to power beyond what I already possess. I would never stage a coup against Our Lady in Shadow, nor would I ever use my position in society to support anyone else in such a foolish endeavor. I heard enough. How dare you, vermin!
They will break
She
against
escaped?
our resolve.
No, she didn't. You conquerors? And only level 28. I need to know when I decide to kill them all. How it's gonna roll. Okay. But not yet. Hover over epic damage reduction. You speak about epic damage reduction in Mythic Path. If you speak about Mythic Path, you just hover over it and you'll see what's the damage reduction. Your Mythic powers will allow you to bypass damage reduction, so it's not your attacks, it's your Mythic powers, alright? It's, for example, the Instrument of Freedom, Sword of Heaven, and so on and so forth, okay? But not your regular attacks. No, right click will bypass damage reduction. That shit doesn't exist. You need adamantine weapons for that. I seek your patronage, magnificent Valexia. A Golarian warrior who sees the patronage of a demon from the upper city, and you're a crusader. No less. This is the most intriguing and curious creature indeed, and will be very interested to learn more about you. Don't put your trust in her world champion. My name will remain a secret. I need to meet her in the arena. At least that's done. And it's done fast. Shall we try to finish the Grave War quest finally? Man, I started with a thinking I'm supposed to finish the quest. The entire fucking day I can't finish his quest. Not stuff, something else. Exactly like that. With the Sword of Heaven, you bypass all damage reduction, you deal holy damage, you transfer that damage to your allies, everyone's weapons are glowing, and you deal a lot of damage for a minute. With Enduring, you don't prolong a minute to 24 hours. You prolong 1 hour spells to, above 1 hour spells to 24 hours. I believe the Sword of Heaven can last with enduring around 15 minutes or so. But I'm not sure, I haven't tried enduring yet. Because I don't need it right now. I don't spam spells that much. I wanna get out. Yeah, that's the one. Everlasting Flames, that's the one. But then you sacrifice other 5 good ones, okay, if you want it to last forever. I would rather opt in for damage in a minute, okay, because most of the fights will last a fucking minute. So I would opt in for more damage instead of it lasting longer. Don't know what I took for it. Where is it? I took Abolish Gil. A Bane to all Gil. A creature wielding them becomes immune to compulsion effects. Healing spells cast by the creature now remove all minding effects from the target. Creatures that commonly use compulsion suffer additional 50% of damage from the wielder as holy damage. I used it because of compulsion. Compulsion is freaking annoying. And I wanna make it stop. And that's the only way to stop compulsion. First resist, then everything else. Basically what you wanna aim for when you play. You don't wanna get feared, you don't wanna get confused, you don't wanna get stunned, you don't wanna get prone. You don't wanna get fatigued, exhausted, weakened, sickened, blinded, dominated. Those are the things you want to negate, and then comes the damage. Solid way to protect against stun. Stun it was a fortitude, yeah. Every spell that buffs up fortitude is the only way to protect against stuns. Those are late game spells. Late game spells. I'm talking about early spells. Late game you have plenty of spells to protect from every bullshit. But early on it's a problem. Early on it's a huge problem. In Abres, there's the problem. What is this shit now? Yeah, exactly. Wracks are fucking broke.
Head on.
Especially till you get a first mythic level. Completely broke. As I said, if all else fails, you can always burst.
You follow.
I went for Minyago, I never touched a single beam.
Onward.
Both on hard and on unfair. I just went for her. Didn't care about anything else. The House of a Wicked Knowledge is where we wanna go. Finally. That's great one. House of Wicked Knowledge. And then the tower. Storyteller's Tower. Let's go. Graver goes in. Luck is familiar. He unlocked it. Since when can you pick locks? No. A hunt is a clash between the hunter's cunning and the shrewdness of the prey. When the prey expects a trap, the hunter's acumen is put to the test in trying to subvert such expectations. Vilodus has proven he understands this fundamental principle. The commander bursts through the front door and freezes, for all the tales about the mansion supposedly becoming a citadel. No one is there to assault the unwanted guests. There are no flying arrows, no chilling battle cries, and the expensive furniture hasn't been turned into makeshift barricades. The commander and his companions carefully examine the luxurious antechamber. There are two doors leading deeper into the mansion. One bears a symbol of a mirror, and the other a symbol of a knife. There is a bloody pigeon feathered in front of the doors, and a note that contains two words, "Welcome, assassin." Succeeded at lore. The commander recalls that the bloody feather is the symbol of Shax, the blood marquis. This demon lord is infamous for luring his victims into labyrinths full of deadly traps. The door slams shut loudly behind him. The commander. Enters the door with a mirror symbol. What is this shit? Stepping through the doorway, the commander suddenly feels nauseous, and an icy chill runs across his skin. His intuition screams that he just passed through an interplanar portal. He instantly loses all sense of direction and balance, and seems the rooms of this mansion occupy different layers of reality. And these portals unite them into elaborate labyrinths, where a single wrong turn is enough to lose one's way entirely. Greed and arrogance are traits inherent to almost all demons, and the lord of the mansion seems eager to prove himself without equal in the indulgence of both his vices. The door leads into a magnificent sitting room. It hasn't been furnished in a manner indicative of tasteful refinement. The lamp reflections sparkle on the gilded furniture. The floor is covered in elaborate mosaics. The shelves are full of expensive trinkets. As if all this luxury wasn't enough, the whole room is reflected back in the giant mirror that covers the entire ceiling. As soon as the commander enters, the mirror surface ripples, starting to bubble, bulge, and ooze like molasses. It sends its sticky tendrils towards the outsiders, and a single touch from those appendages pierces the flesh with a spectacular chill. Sepulchral chill. The commander tries to defend himself using profane rituals. Attempts to break the mirror with a powerful blow. Looks around, searching for cover. Break the mirror with a powerful blow. The furious cry, strike the mirror with all might, and the surface shatters with a deafening clang. The shards fall down in a glittering waterfall, smashing into tiny fragments on impact. By right, the trophies from a battlefield belong to the victor. The commander invokes that right and fills his purse with a considerable number of gold trinkets that any merchant would gladly barter for more useful items. There are 3 doors that lead out from the room occupied by the strange carnivorous mirror. The commander decides to open the one bearing the symbol of a crooked knife, a field mark, a pair of scales. Items received, tons of necklaces and rings. A tooth field ma. Everyone makes mistakes. The difference between an amateur and I did it on purpose because on the first page there was a lore religion check that you shouldn't pick to Tidma. That's why I didn't want to see what's gonna happen. Everyone makes mistakes. The difference between an amateur and an expert is simply that experts know how to hide those mistakes in some deep dark hole. It seems the commander has found a place where the lord of this mansion hides his mistakes. The walls of this room are splattered with blood up the ceiling and the floor is shaped like a funnel. There's a stand for steel poles with bloody hooks at their ends. Grave diggers use such tools to drag dead plague victims onto their corpses' parts. With a sudden click, the stone floor turns to ice, causing the commander to slip and slide down towards the giant gap in the center of the room, where it is now possible to discern a maw. It's a giant round mouth with 100 of long sharp teeth, a massive throat, and the staggeringly foul odor of hundreds and hundreds of decaying corpses. This maw is gigantic corpse eater, which gorges itself on the results of failed and unsuccessful experiments. The commander runs away, climbing up to slippery stones, decides to fight the monster, looking for its most vulnerable spot, tries to restrain the monster by wedging a steel pole between its jaws. We go with decides to fight the monster. We jump straight toward the gaping maw of the beast. What at first seems to be suicidal act turns out to be a flawlessly calculated attack. A deadly blow to the creature's inner organs, causing something inside to burst with a loud squelch. With a chilling shriek, the monster dies, and its frightful jaws stop moving. Whatever. Something glimmers faintly within the fallen beast. Catching the commander's eye, the crusader, who is brave enough to delve inside the carnivorous monster, is rewarded with a trinket that must have belonged to one of its victims. Apparently the trinket was too durable to be chewed up and digested with the monster's putrid stomach. 3 doors with different symbols lead from the monster's lair. Upon reflection, the commander decides to open the one bearing the symbol of a pair of scales, a boiling cauldron, a full moon. We go for a full moon. The commander enters a magnificent bedroom and ends up knee-deep in seemingly bottomless pile of soft blankets, fuzzy rugs, plump feather beds, and other covers of all sorts and shapes. They allure and promise the sweetest dreams. If only we would know to lie down and close eyes. It's a dangerous temptation. Anyone who allows these fluffy killers to put them to sleep won't wake up ever again. They will crawl over the victim, peeling up around them and then suffocate and smother them to death. Carving through a feather bed with his blade, the commander sees glistening flesh, and a thick ichor oozes out from the rent in the fabric. Yet no book has ever mentioned such strange, bizarre creatures. The commander can only guess that this is the result of a strange experiment in some predatory swarm organism that disguises itself as something harmless and then preys on those it lures close. The commander decides that the best decision would be to carve a path through the room using his blade, to start a fire and escape from the room using the flames as distraction. To find and destroy the leader of the strange swarm. Find and destroy the leader of the strange swarm. The rugs bleed when carved up with a blade. They're a swarm or a pack and therefore may have a leader. We surge forward, allowing the hungry mass to smother and bury him under its weight while he dodgily presses ahead. At last, he finds a large purple cluster of flesh that resembles a giant brain. When touched, it wobbles and quivers like jelly. Split it open with a single decisive blow, and the wounded creature emits a barely audible high-pitched squeal. The rock swarm bulges and convulses in pain, dying in terrible agony. It would seem these creatures had an invisible link, and destroying the brain doomed the whole brood. Commander decides to search the place. Who knows what secret compartments have been hidden behind this repulsive mess of fabric and flesh. The search reveals a disguised niche, and inside it is a stack of papers. These are the journals of a mad surgeon who researched the brains of living creatures. The experiments described on these pages are repulsive as they are enlightening for anyone who isn't squeamish to finish the reading. 3 doors with different symbols lead from the master bedroom. The commander decides he would rather take his chances behind the one with. We got vivisector notes. We're gonna go to a boiling cauldron. The commander walks into an enormous kitchen. There are massive cauldrons with shiny polished sides and a tiny green flame flickers within a magical oven. The aroma of delicious spices beckons from the countless cupboards and shelves that line the walls. However, as soon as the commander enters the room, the cauldron's lids fly up into the air, blown off in a powerful explosions. A nasty greyish-pink slime oozes out of the open cauldron, swelling up like dough. The slime flows down on the floor, gathering up into massive clotted clusters, which then begin to crawl towards the commander. We've never seen or read about such creatures before. It is reasonable to suggest that this was the outcome of a complicated and perverted magical experiment. This carnivorous slime was captured in a cave, subjected to a magical transformation and fed entirely with brain tissue. The commander decides to burn the monster in the magical oven, searches the kitchen for a poisonous concoction to use against the carnivorous slime, searches the room for a safe escape route. Let's find a concoction. It's not easy to operate the oven. We mistakenly activate a magical sigil that transforms the oven into a fiery altar, ready to consume the entire plane. The oven walls manage to contain the roaring heat inside for a moment, but then they burst open, releasing a fiery tornado that leaves nothing but ash and ruin in its wake. The slime boils and vaporizes in a matter of seconds. When the inferno dies down at last, the entire kitchen is filled with the twisted remnants of corrugated metal scattered across the molten stone of this still smoking floor. Avoiding the slime attacks, rummaging the drawers until finding what we were looking for, a few copper flasks filled with caustic salt. Jump on the table, generously spill the salt around himself. The moment a single grain of salt lands on a slimming monster, the creature begins to bubble, darken and shrivel. In a matter of moments, all that remains of the creature is glistening oily film on the floor. After meticulously examining the food on the undisturbed shelves, the commander decides to rest. He takes opportunity to recuperate and bandage his wounds. It is thinking ahead rather than rushing forward recklessly that separates able tacticians from those who rashly press on and perish. Two doors lead from this kitchen, where it's apparently easier to be eaten than to eat. The commander chooses the one that is marked with the symbol of a blazing fire. The commander finds himself in a long stone passage. No traps are triggered by his careful steps, yet at the end of the passage his vision grows blurry. The illusion of safety falls apart like a house of cards, revealing an endless fiery field, ashen mountains, rivers of lava, and magmatic volcanoes. Hot wind scorches his face. It is not difficult to conclude that this deadly place is the elemental plane of fire. Ash and volcanic rock tremble beneath the commander's feet. But walking on it seems safe enough for now. The only escape route is the distant three-way arch of rough-hewn stone containing the three familiar doors. However, in order to reach it, the commander must find a way past the river of fire, in which tiny islets of purest stone are just barely visible. The river spews out tongues of roaring flames that land on the banks and crystallize into dark glass. As a result, both banks of the river have become steep, jagged cliffs of obsidian. Commander has nothing left to do but to get to the other side by jumping from islet to islet. He crossed using the rocks scattered about the place to walk along the bank, looking for a ford, guided by his knowledge of interplanar travel. A few tales of travelers who survived the plane of fire decides to venture forth along the fiery river bank. The trek is long and dangerous, but after a couple of hours, finally find what we're looking for: a strip of hardened black glass arching across the stream of lava like a volcanic bridge. Carefully make the way to the other side using the makeshift bridge and climb up to the stone arches. After reaching the stone portals, the commander has to decide which of the three doorways to enter. Eventually he settles on the one with the symbol of Arad, the boiling cauldron. Arad. The door doesn't budge. The commander forces it open with his weight and enters the same hall where this dangerous expedition first began. The cozy, comfortable setting in no way hints at the nightmares that awaited the commander inside the mansion. The door outside is wide open, and through the doorway dark figures can be seen clutching weapons. All of this was nothing but a warm-up. The final decisive battle is still to come. Commander prepares for a fight as he steps outside the accursed mansion. These butchers are just straight goddamn crazy. There's Vilodus. What is Vilodus, man? A demon halfling? The leader of this gang of demons is grotesquely disfigured, even by the standards of the Abyss. A disproportionately large and bloated head rests on a tiny disformed body covered in bumps and furrows, like a shriveled walnut. What seems at first to be a mane of hair standing up on an end, it reveals upon closer inspection to be bone needles sticking out from his pale, blistered skin. Where the mouth should be, there is instead a bony plate formed from yellowing teeth that have grown together. It protrudes out from his torn, lacerated lips. His voice appears to come from a slobbering, undoubting hole in the neck just beneath his chin. More bloody larvae showing up at my place. I'm getting very tired of these visits. What a freak, when I feel somewhat conflicted. Would killing this creature be an act of cruelty or mercy? I do not wish to show mercy to the scum that set me up. Who are you? A snort of derision escapes from the creature's throat and he makes a dismissive gesture with his hand, his dirty nails curling into long thin spirals. You don't even know who you decided to challenge. Let these words herald your imminent death, outsider. I'm Vilodus, the wizard, confidant and advisor to the Lady in Shadow. I'm also known as the Vivisector. So many words, I'll simply call you a corpse. Less impressive sounding perhaps, but easy to remember. Why did you turn your house into a trap? I was expecting assassins and therefore I prepared a warm welcome for such guests. I trust that you appreciated my vivarium. When I'm finished with you, you'll become a new decoration for my palace. And another test for those who follow you. You will be mine. Some of you will be mindless pets and the more attractive ones. I may use you to meet other needs. Did you create the monsters I found in the mansion? You call them monsters, silly boy. What can you possibly know about it? Those are masterpieces of vivisection. Impossible creations conceived not by nature but born with my scalpel, needle and magic. So, who do you think wants you dead? My enemies are many and dangerous and I could spend an eternity guessing. There's no need for that. Once I kill you, I'll soak your warm little brains in my concoctions and read the names of my enemies like tea leaves in vertical patterns. And then I'll have a lonely dinner. Why did you put a hit out on Darazan and give Greybor a faulty magical weapon? He hisses in frustration. Nonsense. Why would I want that idiot dead? What possessed him to think I'm the one who put a hit out on him? And how dare you pathetic amateurs even think that a scheme of mine might possibly fail? If I truly wanted to kill Darazan, he'd be long gone. I don't give a damn about anyone from that swarm of locusts. I expected such an answer. For some reason, whenever I corner these scoundrels and demand a reckoning, none of them are brave enough to own up their crimes. And they never go quietly when I slit their throat. What do you think, Greybor? Usually I'm quite capable of detecting lies, but this ugly wretch is impossible to read. Why does it matter anyway? Even if he's not lying, we do well to get rid of him. He just tried to kill us in his mansion. Besides, will you ever sleep well knowing this monstrosity is alive somewhere? Your words reek of deceit. Soon we shall find out your tiny ridiculous worm-eaten brain smells like. Kill him. I won't lie, I've been waiting for this moment. Tomorrow morning my reputation will be spotless once again. Sweet dreams.
Let's have some fun.
It's on level 16. It's a witch. Butchers are a problem, not him.
I will resist.
Simply business.
Die!
The inheritance.
I don't even know what I triggered, what I didn't. I need some Animosi Travisi for this fight, to be honest. Vilodus is easy kill. So I doubt it.
Into the
He's supposed to be the target. Enervation. Spell failures. Those butchers are harder than him, to be honest. Ooh, they want Grave or Dead.
It's worth the pain.
Are you dead? One butcher's dead. That's Vilodus. I don't know if Graver has less stand though.
It's your time to cease to
They're
exist.
not a joke. Butchers. Well, winning he has less stand.
I must withdraw.
He has less stand. Vilodus died. Where the fuck did you die? How much XP do you get for him? I doubt you get much. Where is he?
Victory is worth the pain.
I can't find the XP for Vilodus. He died, I can't see the XP.
You're in my way.
Let's hear you cry.
I must withdraw.
Run them through!
Easy fight. What the fuck now? Orzala. The projection is that of a tall female demon. Unlike many of her kind, she seems slimmer and less stocky in build. Upon closer examination, we realize that her thinness is caused by extreme emaciation, which makes her look like a withered tree. The skin on her neck breasts bears the marks of shackles. Her body is covered with flaming seals of bafflement. Lowering her eyes, the demon addresses you quietly. Allow me to congratulate you. The short work you made of Vilodus proves you're a true professional. I'm Orzala, and on behalf of the Assassin's Guild, I congratulate Greymore on completing this contract. You have fulfilled the order we received from Vilodus' murder, and therefore you have the right to collect the bounty. Even though you're not a guild member yourself, I'm sure you also have many questions about what happened. I doubt our guild is hard to find. There is a notice board at its entrance where the assassination contracts are posted. Who the fuck are you? Orzala, Baphomet's daughter. Orzala, not Hebzamira. She's my elder sister. I doubt you're able to appreciate the true extent of my misfortune. A I'm also known in Alushinira as the assistant and right hand of Yoz, the head of the Assassin's Guild. Do you know what happened here? I may know a thing or two, but we should discuss these matters inside the guild, not in public. Who's going to overhear us, the corpses? Why don't you come here and speak to us face to face instead of projecting an illusion? Or are you afraid we won't like your answers and will make you join villages? We'll pay a visit to Assassin's Guild soon. Thank you for your answer. The bounty awaits you. I'm not sure what reward awaits us, but I really hope it's a considerable sum of gold and not a meager payment served up at the end of the blade. So Greyboar's quest ain't over. Quite a long one, goddammit. Quite a long one. It just takes the entire day. Vilodios leaves nothing, by the way. The main mage of Nocticula left nothing, and now Nocticula will be pissed off. Can only imagine what's gonna happen. What happens if I don't kill him, if I even have an option not to kill him? Although he deserves to die. Let me see. And there were other options inside also, aside from loot. We'll check out fast. I'll succeed in every skill check. Weren't I here 2 hours ago? I just passed in front of the door. But I never entered. Because I thought it was a dungeon and it was a fucking interaction. But now we're gonna open the door with a knife symbol. There are monsters inside. Distract, slip past, scare away the monsters. Now we're gonna pick a pair of scales. Again, his experiments. Finish off the monster. A blazing fire this time. Potion of heal, of heroism. Rewards are changing. On my previous save I picked gold, now it's potions. We're gonna receive Vivisector notes no matter what. I'd stay with my save, okay? I just wanna see if you can fight or not, or if it's a must fight. That's the only difference.
Yet another obstacle.
Fight him again. I really don't know what the fuck happens. This is a strange quest. Really a strange one. Visit the Assassin's Guild with Grave. And where is the Assassin's Guild? I should do the mythic quest because I think I'm gonna get a mythic power if I do it. I can't get rid of Greyborn, man, the entire day.
Miss me already?
I'm losing my temper.
Your company.
There is the Storyteller's Tower. Shall we check the tower now? This one. Man, this fucking place. I need Nenio for this. Not Grave War, I need Nenio for this. Nenio has huge knowledge arcana. I won't be able here to do anything. We need a mage. Classic mage. Is there anything else?
Move out.
Gravor is boring, okay? It's a right-click companion. I don't know if there's anything worse than a right-click companion. There's nothing you can do about it. I think I need to go to the 10,000 delights, but I wouldn't go with Gravor now. I would go with the Nenio now. Classic team.
I lead. You follow.
There's so many things to do, you just don't know what to do first. Go on a date to the Battle Bliss Arena. Pay a surprise visit to Echo of the Scary. Organize a meeting for Social and his brother. Hire Succubi to entertain the arena champion. break this fucking table. Oh, I think I should start with the arena, yeah. The Malchus match. I wouldn't start a fucking thing in 5 AM though. I'm gonna make a save and I'm done for today. We're just gonna continue tomorrow. I just noticed it's 5 AM. Time flies. Guys, it's really late. I'm up to bed. Although I'm up to eat something, then I'm up to bed and we continue tomorrow. People, hopefully there won't be any issues with Twitch tomorrow. No frame drops and similar bullshit. Because today I lost 3 hours because of them. Thanks for watching, guys. Tomorrow starting earlier, playing longer. Classic. What can I say? To be honest, the Lushinira is exhausting. Completely exhausting. You just don't know what to do first. Always something pops in. Don't know what to say, don't know what to think about it. Yet. It's gonna be a long second run, that's what I can tell. No matter how you put it. People, sweet dreams. See you back very soon.